In NavCom SurvCE, the job menu is subdivided into 5 tabs, allowing you access to its various features. For the purpose of this video, we will review the functionality of the File tab. Please note that the Data Transfer submenu will not be covered in this overview. On the File tab, clicking on Button 1 Job will take you back to the coordinate file screen for your job. Here you can choose to use a different coordinate file from the directory displayed on your screen, or use the back button to locate a coordinate file you wish to open. If you wish to create a new coordinate file, you can simply enter the name you wish to use in the field at the bottom of the screen. You can also use the copy and paste buttons to duplicate coordinate files into other folders, create a new folder, and you can switch between grid and list view. If you wish to switch to the new coordinate file, as if, for example, you are working on one job and need to switch to a different one, select the green checkbox at the top of the screen. If you don't want to switch coordinate files, selecting the red X box will return you to the Job menu. Selecting the number 2 Job Settings button will return you to the Job Settings menu. Here you will again see 5 tabs subdividing your options. On the New Job tab, you will notice several options have been grayed out. These options include Prompt First Point, Point ID, Northing, Easting, Elevation, and Description. This is because these options have already been set when you created your current job, and therefore cannot be changed. Below this, you can choose to prompt for units, use last job localization, use last control point, select a cut sheet either manually, recall previous, autosave by job, or autosave by job end date. You can also select a template DXF file, select a DXF file to use as a template, and define the job attributes. Clicking on the System tab, you are shown the format of distances in your project displayed as either metric or survey feet. You can also decide if you want your angle displayed as degrees, minutes and seconds, decimal degrees, gongs and grads, or mils. Also, you can choose to have your latitude and longitude displayed as either degrees, minutes and seconds, or decimal degrees. The 0 azimuth setting can be set at either north or south. And you can choose a projection grid from a drop-down list of your projection grids. If you would like to add a new projection grid or change an existing one, you can select the Edit Projection List to change it. If you click on the Format tab, you can choose if you want your coordinate order displayed as east-north or northeast. You can have the angle entry displayed as either azimuth or bearing, horizontal observations as angle right or azimuth, vertical observations as zenith angle, vertical angle, or elevation difference, and distance observations displayed as either slope or horizontal. You can also choose if you want slope entry displayed as percent, angle, or ratio, and how many characters you want displayed both before and after the decimal point in your station number. Selecting the Options tab allows you to turn on a wide variety of options from the list on the screen. These options include timestamping each point, storing GPS accuracy in the raw file, using the code table for descriptions, and many more. If you have already configured a control file which you would like to use to set your options, you can select the Use Control File option and then press Select File to locate your control file. If you select the Stake tab, you are given options for measuring and storing stake points in SurvCE. These options include how precise you want your points to be measured, whether you want to store data to the note file, the use of automatic descriptions, and if your increment ID progresses up or down. You are also given buttons which allow you to adjust your station offset auto description, your point auto descriptions, alignment settings, and cut sheets. If you are satisfied with the changes you have made to your job settings, press the green checkbox at the top of the screen. Otherwise, select the red checkbox to return to the job menu. If you select number 3 points, you are taken to the point screen. At the top of the screen, you will see a total number of points within your project. Below this is a list of all the points within your project, including information about them, such as their point ID, northing, easting, and elevation. If you click on the File button at the top of the screen, you will see the location of your coordinate file, as well as a point ID report and the total number of points in your project. To get back to your point screen, select the left arrow button. Next to the File button is the Settings button. Here you can choose to display settings for your point screen. Use a list to locate a file you would like to adjust. At the bottom of the screen, you will see the display name appear in the box. Here you can enter a new display name for this field and then select Update Item to change the field in the list above. You can also use the Move Up and Move Down buttons to change the order of the field displayed in the point screen. You also have the option of showing point notes, calibrating latitude and longitude, and adding a value to the next point ID. You are also able to choose how many digits you want to have appear after the elevation and the northing and easting, and tell SurvCE to use the highest point ID. Once all your point screen settings are set, select the green checkbox at the top of the screen. Or, to return to the point screen without initializing the changes, select the red X button. If you click on one of the points on the list, then you can select the Edit button at the bottom to change the information for that point. If you select Find, you can enter either a point ID or a point description, and it will find to you just the points that match those characteristics. If you would like to create a new point based on grid coordinates, you can select the Add button and manually enter information in the box. Selecting the Delete button will delete the highlighted point from your list. Once you are done with your point list, select the left arrow button at the top of the screen to return to the job menu. If you select number 4 Raw Data, you will be taken to the Raw File screen. Here you can choose a raw file from the list to save your raw data to. If you don't see the raw file you wish to save to listed on the screen, you can use the Previous Folder button at the top of the screen to navigate through your device to find it, or you can enter a name in the file below and create a new raw file. The drop-down list lets you pick between showing RW5 or TLV files. You can also copy and paste files into other folders and create new folders. The two buttons to the right allow you to switch between grid and list views. Once you've selected your raw file, press the green checkbox at the top of the screen. If you wish to return to the job menu without selecting a new raw file, select the red checkbox. Selecting number 5 Feature Code List will take you to the Feature Code list. Here you can choose a file to save all your feature code settings to. If you do not see the feature code list you wish to use on the screen, you can use the Previous Folder button to navigate to one located on the handheld. You can also enter a name for a new feature code list in the field below if you wish to create one. To proceed without assigning a new feature code list, select the green checkbox at the top of the screen. If you wish to return to the job menu without choosing a new feature code list, select the red checkbox at the top of the screen. If you select number 7 ImportExport, you are taken to the ImportExport screen. Here you can choose Import ASCII file to locate an ASCII file you have already transferred to your handheld and wish to open in SurvCE. Selecting the Export ASCII file button will walk you through the steps to configure and export an ASCII file to be opened in a separate program. Selecting the red X button at the top of the screen will return to the job menu. Selecting number 8 Delete Job will take you to the File to Delete screen, where you can use the drop-down list to specify the type of file you wish to delete, and then use the menu in front of you to locate the file to delete. Once you locate and highlight a file to delete, select the green checkbox at the top of the screen to delete it. To return to the job menu without deleting a file, select the red X button. Clicking on number 9 Write Note will allow you to enter notes about your job which you can reference later. To save a note, select the green checkbox at the top of the screen. To return to the job menu without saving a note, select the red X box. If you are finished with your job and would like to exit NavCom SurvCE, select number 0 Exit, and you will be given a prompt to verify that you would like to exit SurvCE. Select Yes, and SurvCE will close. To remain in SurvCE, select the No button.